So the Steam Summer Sale is going on right now, but you only got a $20 budget. Don't worry, I have you covered. In this video, we're going to be looking at a great bundle of games that you can pick up in the Steam Summer Sale for under 20 bucks. The total comes out to $19.94, and I tried to make these group of games as varied as possible. You got a varied amount of experiences, different style of games, and best of all of these games are great. Let's get started. First up, we've got Dishonored, which is 75% off and only $2.50. Dishonored is a great stealth action adventure game. It's got a great setting and it's very atmospheric, and there's a lot of options in how you accomplish objectives in the game. You can be stealthy, you can just run up to people, swing your sword around, and you can beat the game easily like that, but that's not the ideal way to play the game in my opinion. You can play it like that and have some fun. Regardless, there's a lot to love about Dishonored. It's also got a great art style. For $2.50, this is a great game. Dishonored 2 released at the end of last year, but definitely play the first game first, and at this price, it's an absolute steal. Next up, we've got Insurgency, which is 85% off, taking it down from $10 to $1.50. If you got a couple friends that you want to pick up the game with, there is also an Insurgency 4-pack for $5.24, so you can save a little bit of money if you buy that and divide up the cost. As I've been uploading my videos on the Steam sale, a lot of you guys actually hit me up specifically about this game, saying, Mush, you've got to recommend Insurgency because of the cheap price. It's only $1.50, and at that price, I have to recommend this game. I did play a little bit of this game. I couldn't get too into it, a little bit too realistic for me, but I definitely could understand why people had a ton of fun with it. This is definitely best played with a group of friends, and you're gonna have the most fun that way, and like I said, the 4-pack is an option, so you and a couple friends can divide up the cost and pick that up and have a great time. And at just $1.50, this is one of the best multiplayer experiences you're gonna get for a ridiculously cheap price.
New M1 carbine model. Extended magazines. Sprinklers! Spectator mode improvements. Improved AI.
Next up, I wanted to include a horror game, so I decided to put Outlast on this, which is 85% off, taking it down from $20 to $3. The sequel to Outlast, Outlast 2, just came out, but that's relatively expensive. Outlast for just $3 is a great horror game. It really is the embodiment of horror that a lot of horror games don't get right. Outlast absolutely gets it right. And if you want a game that's scary, thought-provoking, and really engaging, then this will be right up your alley. Visually, and the aesthetic designs are also on point, from the audio to the narration. It's just a very engaging and atmospheric game that'll absorb you in, and for $3, if you have somehow not played Outlast yet, must buy.
Everything is based on debt, on credit. Come on, buddy, you can guess this one. It's faith. Money is a matter of faith. All we were ever trying to do is sell you the dream, but you can't make a deal if you've got nothing to bargain.
Next up, we've got one of my favorite franchises. You guys know I had to mention it. It's too good of a deal. The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings Enhanced Edition is 85% off, knocking it down to $3. I've always got to mention The Witcher 2 because it's such a great game. At this point, if you regularly watch my videos, you've probably already picked it up. So if you have that $3, you can put towards something else. However, if you have not, great game to pick up at a great price. The Witcher mainly blew up due to the enormous fame that the open world adventure of The Witcher 3. However, The Witcher 2 is also a great experience. It's a much more linear experience compared to The Witcher 3, but it's still a good game in its own right. A great story, the gameplay is solid, and visually still holds up with some of the best looking games today. I'll shut up about it since I talk about it in like every video, but for $3, it's such a good deal. Next up, had to include some sort of puzzle game, and Portal 2 90% off for $2 is just too good to pass up. If you don't have the first game either, I would definitely recommend to pick up the Portal collection, which includes Portal and Portal 2 for $2.33. I was actually going to include the collection in this bundle, but that would take it slightly above the $20 budget, so I had to forego that. However, how about you sell some Steam trading cards and then you can pick up Portal 1 as well, because that's a great game too. Portal 2, a lot of fun, great cooperative experience. It's not very long. You can complete it in like 4 hours your first time through, but there's a lot of replay value in the game, and if you got a friend to play with, even better. And with all the mods available for the game, there's a lot of reason to continue going back to the game. Next up, I wanted to include a story-driven experience in this game, and that's why I have included Life is Strange: The Complete Season, episodes 1 to 5. The most expensive game on this, but it's the cheapest seasonal great experience in my opinion. And if you guys don't want to drop the $5, but you want to at least get a taste of the game, episode 1 is absolutely free, so at the very least, check that out. And then you'll probably like episode 1 enough where you'll be convinced to buy the entire season. I love these interactive story-driven games. I love The Walking Dead. I love The Walking Dead Season 2. I love The Wolf Among Us. Life is Strange was great as well. The other three that I mentioned were $6.24, also great games, so if you have Life is Strange, you down to pick up one of those, definitely do so. It's hard to talk about a lot of these games without delving into spoilers. Just know they're very engaging, very thought-provoking. Life is Strange covers a lot of mature themes that you don't see in gaming a lot, and it's a great game. Like I said, episode 1 is absolutely free, so at the very least, check that out, and the complete season for $5 is well worth it.
What's going on? Where am I? There's something else I have to tell you. Holy shit. Talk to me, Max. Oh, no! I discovered I could reverse time. Max, start from the beginning.
Next up, we've got Left 4 Dead 2, just like Portal 2, 90% off down to $2. And Left 4 Dead 2 is one of the best cooperative gaming experiences you're gonna have. It released a long time ago, back in 2009, and on PC, this game is an absolute blast. Even if you don't have friends to play with, if you just go online, you'll find a game no problem. A lot of people have their mics enabled, and it's a game where you can meet some really cool people, and gameplay-wise, it's awesome. It's very easy to run as well, just like Portal, so if you have a very low-end PC, Left 4 Dead 2 will run no problem. And if somehow you don't know what Left 4 Dead is, it's a horde-style zombie survival game. You fight hordes upon hordes of enemies as levels expand, and it is just a great game with so much replay value. I know people that have put north of 1,000 hours into this game in the course of a year. And again, another game with so much replay value, a game you'll constantly go back to. People that have picked up the game 8 years ago around the time of its launch are still playing it today. There's a reason for that, because the replay value is so insanely high.
Weapons over here. Reloading. What's with the suits? Reloading. Look out now. Will you cut that shit out?
So originally I was just gonna include those 7 games, but then I realized we had $1 and some change to spare. Super Hexagon is a great and addicting game for just $1.01. This is a game that I picked up and I got a bunch of my friends to pick up too, and we just aimlessly fooled around with it for a while. It's addicting. I'm sure you guys know what it is. It's something you can completely forego and save that $1, but it's just some mindless fun. Aesthetically, it's very pleasing, and for just $1, you will spend a considerable amount of time with this game for your money. It's very addicting, at least given the time I spent with the game. Again, you can completely forego this game. It's kind of mindless, but I think it's a lot of fun. So that's gonna wrap up this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed. On a $20 budget, you can pick up some really kick-ass games during the Steam Summer Sale. So if you're only on a $20 budget, don't worry, not all hope is lost. You can pick up a lot of great games. There's just so many great games at such a cheap price. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, comment section down below is where to put that at. Follow me on Twitter. Link is down below in the description box. You'll be notified whenever I upload a video. And that's gonna wrap up this one, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.